Alrighty, howdy y'all. Hope y'all are having a, oh, there we go, better lighting. Sorry I'm off camera right now, I'm grabbing something. Anyways, howdy y'all. Hope y'all are having a fantastic day. As you can see, back from New Zealand, and I'm not going to cover on that at all. Actually, now that I think about it, because this is technically going to be uploaded a week after I record it, so you're actually going to see my trip to New Zealand before you see me doing this intro about being back from New Zealand. However, I'm back. It was a good trip, and I probably won't talk about it too much because there will be a video out on my trip because I need some, like, 2 filler videos for this. Well, in terms of when this one is uploaded, last week I needed 2 filler videos, so you already know what those are by now. So, anyways, bed is not made. Gotta do my laundry, but figured I would stretch a little bit before heading to the gym today. We got a good old push day. It's awesome to be back. Gotta love getting up at 2 in the morning in New Zealand and flying all the way back to Australia on 4 hours of sleep. And then going to the gym in the same day. It feels like it's already been 2 separate days. But yeah, I've been up since 2 a.m., which technically we fell back 2 hours when we came here. So our flight at 6 a.m. then was moved to 7:15, or like we got here at 7:15 a.m. even though it was a 3-hour flight. So been up for a while. I'm actually on my last scoop of this pre-workout. This one, the Tiger's Blood for Rise. I've had that since I got here. I brought it with me from America. However, the shipping here is a little weird. There's like additional shipping fees for like Rise and whatever, so I'll probably just end up getting a pre-workout from some supplement store around here. I think I'm doing that tomorrow or whatever. But on the agenda for push, no, someone's on the phone outside. On the agenda, we got bench, we got triceps. Yeah, just the normal kind of thing. Hopefully, now that I've taken 10 days off from lifting from our trip, that my shoulder and hand are gonna be doing a bit better. But if not, I actually think I might finally go into a doctor to check out my hand. As for my shoulder, I already know what's wrong with it. The only thing that can really heal it is rest and stretching and making sure I'm not an idiot with how I'm doing my workouts. So, but yeah, besides that, we're heading to the dining hall here pretty soon, and then I'll be heading to the gym by myself today. No spotter for bench, although I'll probably end up getting someone to spot me. So, yeah, I'll see y'all in the gym. Alrighty, starting out push day. Now that we're back on the original split, we got some barbell bench press, of course, the staple of my regular push day. Now, coming back after that 10-day break, felt pretty good overall, just in terms of the whole workout. I will say, I didn't get as many reps as I did last time with this weight, 102.5 kgs. But I do feel like using like leg drive and stuff was a lot better. Like I felt like I barely used it that much. Also on that first rep, I didn't quite hit my chest with the bar, so that didn't count. So I got 6, but since I didn't hit my chest, I got 5. And then of course I was still trying for 7, and I barely was even able to control it on the way down, if you want to even consider that controlling it. Then for the last 2 sets, I tried doing 100. My second set, I was right there at 7, but couldn't quite get it. And then I didn't feel like lowering it again. I figured I could get like 5 reps with the 100 again, but not quite. Got about 4. Moving on, good old incline press machine now. I think next time I may want to try doing like pec deck or something, because I think on my chest, shoulder, and back day, I would like to do the incline barbell and then do like the straight chest press machine, but we'll see what happens. I mean, I can still do that, but that also just means I wouldn't end up getting pec deck. Although on Mondays, like I've stated here, it's like really busy for some reason, and it tapers off like a lot as the week goes on. So it's always just whether or not something's open, unfortunately. And as for the incline press machine there, I got my weight that I did last time for 8, but I didn't get quite as many on my second rep as I did the last time I did it. But I still controlled it, and it still felt really good. So at the bottom line, that's always what we're looking for. Excuse me. And then next we have where my camera is going to be for the next like 3 workouts, because I was on this machine, and by after the second workout on it, I wanted to like move so that, because every cable was taken. So I'm like, all right, well, I've done 2 workouts. I've already been using it for a bit. So I want to allow other people to use it. So I walked over to the free weight area and looked for an incline bench, and there was no incline bench there that I could use for my lateral raises. So then I walked back, noticed my cable was still open, and went back on it. So I did get off so that there was people, or so that there was an opportunity for someone else to take it, but no one did. So I just went back onto it. But regardless, I went up weight on the single arm tricep extensions. Did my first set with 12 pounds and the second one as well. However, that second set I was like, on that last rep, I barely got it. So I lowered the weight to 11.25 kilos and it went pretty well, got all 8. And then starting off the overhead tricep extensions, I forgot to change the weight, so had to go and do that. But these tricep extensions definitely were good still, but I wasn't able to do quite as much weight with moving up on the single arms. So I did a little bit less weight than last time, and I got the best camera angle clearly as my ass cheek is pressing up against the bar for this, because that's just how I'm stance. It's not in between the cheeks, don't worry, just on the one. But regardless, pushing pretty hard on these. I'm really happy. I can't even, looking at it now, I see that the cable's like going into my hair. I couldn't even feel it while I was doing the workout, but I'm glad I'm now consistently keeping it angled and above my head. And as you can see there, I clearly knew it was a bit too heavy. And then also what I'm really happy about with today is moving up in the cable lateral raises. Moved up to 9 kilos finally. Instead of jumping up like a whole peg, I just jumped up the one like smaller weight thing that I can drop down onto it. And overall, really good. I'm happy. It was good for the first set. I got 8. I think I attempted to do it for the second set, but I think I only got like 5 or 6 each arm, which honestly, for my first time jumping up and like really focusing on that form and controlling it, making sure everything's good, it felt good. Didn't hurt my shoulders at all, which I was having when I was going up a bit too much weight. So I'm happy. I'm gonna probably be able to start going up more consistently from there in terms of the lateral raises. But yeah, happy with how they turned out. And then for the last workout, which isn't quite on the screen yet, but rear delt flies, decided to go with dual arms for today. No reason in particular, just figured I'd give it a try since I haven't really done it in a little bit. And I definitely started off with a bit too heavy of weight. And I know I've said in the past that for rear delts, it's, for me at least, I like to go slightly lower and a bit more reps. Probably should have done that here. They were feeling a bit, and I do lower it after this first set, but they were feeling a bit like, I guess strained, but not like strained. It's hard to explain. It just wasn't feeling as good as it should have, so went down weight for the next 2 sets. But yeah, overall, pretty great push day. Really happy with it. And then as for this posing, it's a little more rushed than usual. I wasn't holding the poses for quite as long as normal. There were people in there, obviously, and people showering, and I want to respect the locker room and whatnot. So, and if someone were to come out of the shower, I want to make sure that I'm not, I mean, you wouldn't even see the posing video if someone came out, or if anyone was like, hey, I don't want to be in the video, I would delete it and it wouldn't be a part, and I would just explain that. But thankfully, instead of that happening, I just did it quick, made sure that nobody came out of the shower while I was recording. But, and as I said, even though I said in the one video that I was going to do it more with my shirt off, and then for arms I didn't really feel a need to take my shirt off for arms, just because I was really only posing arms. But then I guess that contradicts what I said about showing the whole body as part of the process. So from now on, except for leg days, because maybe I'll go into like, yeah, probably just leg days, I probably won't be taking my shirt off. But yeah, posing looking pretty good, still looking good. 10 days off. It's kind of hard to take days off from the gym, but I will tell you, there is no better feeling than waking up at 2 in the morning, having to fly from New Zealand to Australia at like 4, and realizing that you still get to go to the gym in that same day. So regardless of the fact that I was just super tired. So yeah, and of course, as always, I got cardio for you guys, and I'll see y'all back at the apartment. Alrighty, howdy y'all. Good push day, good day back after a 10-day break. Shoulder and wrist both feeling a lot more healed now, not gonna lie. I felt it, my wrist, a lot while warming up for like bench press, but after that, maybe just because I wasn't really paying attention, but I could usually notice it throughout my workouts and it wasn't too bad. So it's definitely not 100%, and I'm gonna keep an eye on it because I don't want it regressing now. However, overall pretty good. Shoulder, I could definitely feel it like towards the end of the workout. if I had kept going, I could have probably gotten it back to where it was. However, with where my workout ended at, okay, that's nice. Where my workout ended at was pretty good. So my eyes twitching. I've been noticing that a lot lately, and I don't know what it's. I'm not stressed. I know stress is one of those comments. I get my sleep, but for some reason my eyes been twitching. I got like 10 hours of sleep last night because, like I said in the last video, I was so fucking tired. But regardless, pretty good. No, nothing really to say. I was surprised sort of with the amount of reps I was getting on some of my workouts, but rewatching it, I kind of feel like I just did a good job at really making sure no momentum was used, or not no, but mostly no momentum. Other than maybe just, I don't know, because I'm super sore right now, so it definitely was a good workout, but yeah. Honestly, not too many critiques. Everything felt good. That's always what I'm looking for in the main scheme of things. Now, oh, itchy eye. Something I want to talk about. JJK. I've been watching JJK with my buddy. That is a great show. That is a fantastic anime. We actually just got done watching Seven Deadly Sins, and I know that one has some issues, some weird things that happen in it, but I only watched it really for Escanor, and if you know, you know, because Escanor is like one of my favorite characters in anime, and I'm not really a huge anime guy. I think Seven Deadly Sins is really, actually One Punch Man is technically my first anime that I've watched, and then probably Seven Deadly Sins, but I've watched like Avatar, The Last Airbender, and that's kind of it. Then, yeah, so JJK. New season's coming out, hyped. I'm not even through season 2 yet, where we just finished like the incident in Shibuya episode. Fucking, it's fantastic. I love the fight scenes. It's pretty good. I think Gojo's my favorite character, but I know that doesn't really relate to lifting, but Toto is also my favorite. He really reminds me of just like a gym bro, which is really just funny. But yeah, I think if I was actually taller than 5'6", I think Toto would be like the ideal physique for me. Obviously, translating that physique to real life, but yeah, other than that little ramble, I don't got much else. I think probably in the next video I might talk more about just my time in Australia, but I kind of want the after the video talks to maybe not be as focused around the lift as like the beginning and voiceover talks are, so I'll probably start doing that a little bit more, actually include more about myself and the fact that all this is called bodybuilding in Australia, and talk more about Australia. So yeah, but besides that, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope you all have an amazing day.